Hello, Honors English 10 students. This is your teacher, Mrs. Binta Calhoun. This is quarter one, week number 5 of our Honors English 10 class. And I'm bringing this video to you today to frame our week out. This week we'll be looking at more stylistic devices, namely simile, hyperbole, and onomatopoeia. 3 figurative language techniques that writers use to enhance their narrative writing. In the coming days, you will be asked to take a look at various forms of literature and identify the ways in which authors use simile, hyperbole, and onomatopoeia in order to provide a greater, more vivid experience for readers. In addition to that, you will begin working on your first writing task, which has come out in a quarter number 1, week 5. This writing task will ask you to do some personal writing, which is we're going to be doing writing using I. It's finally okay to use I. The writing that you're going to begin doing this week has 2 purposes. First purpose is to help you explore some of your personal experiences and give them meaning. Second purpose is to give them meaning using stylistic techniques that we've covered so far. And just to remind you, we have covered so far imagery, metaphors, extended metaphors, and this week we will cover simile, hyperbole, and onomatopoeia. Your goal by the end of this week will be to develop a paragraph written response in addition to completing this week's study guide. As you begin to think about the work that we've done up until now, I want you to think about your personal style. Everybody has a style. I put on makeup today. My hair is up in a particular way. I've decided to wear polka dots. These are all things that reflect my personal style. But then I also have another style, and that's a writing style. And this week we're going to begin to explore our writing style. So we're going to play with figurative language, play with onomatopoeia, play with hyperbole for the purpose of trying to create a more fulfilling experience for readers. Listen, we've been long telling you in English classes to stop telling us and to start showing us. And this week we're going to practice some of those craft and structure techniques that writers use to do just that rather, and that is to show us instead of tell us. So I will be providing you with a series of videos this week that help with the instruction in addition to our live sessions. But I wanted to frame the week out and help you to understand why you're doing what you're doing. First, we're going to look at simile, hyperbole, and onomatopoeia from the definition stage, the define and identify stage. And then we're going to apply our knowledge of simile, hyperbole, and onomatopoeia for the purpose of analyzing brief sections of literature. And finally, we are going to imitate author's style by creating our own personal narrative writing that employs or uses simile, hyperbole, metaphor, onomatopoeia, imagery. You may choose. But the purpose of this exercise is to go away from just essay writing and just telling me what you think to now showing me. So as you think about the concepts that you're going to try to explore this week, think about it along the lines of the clothes you choose, or the makeup that you put on your face for ladies or whomever, and your own personal avatar that you might like to use online, or the shoes that you like to wear. These are all elements of your personal style. If somebody were to describe you, how would they describe you? Now I'm going to ask you to think about your writing style. When someone goes to look at a piece of literature that you've created, be it an essay or a poem or something original that you came up with and then put on paper, what's going to be unique about you? E.E. Cummings used all lowercase letters to show his style. And Emily Dickinson, she's a master of punctuation and hyphens. And there are many other authors, songwriters, who have specific style. When you see their work, you know it belongs to them. So now I want you to begin to think, which of these forms of figurative language really feel good to you? And of course, I know you're all going to say simile. That's what everybody says because similes are, okay, let's be honest, easy. But now, how could hyperbole express a feeling about the quarantine? Or how could you use onomatopoeia to describe your favorite song? And then, okay, let's use a simile, but maybe a simile that's so intricate that I have to work really hard to understand what it means about you. So I wanted to create this video to set the week up so you understand why you have the study guide. You'll be given your work in 2 parts this week. Part 1 will be on day 1 and part 2 will be on day 2 of our class. So I want to pace you so that I can evaluate your effective use of these techniques before I ask you to go ahead and do the writing sample. Please know that the writing sample has more weight on it than our regular assignments, and we're really getting into the part of our quarter where we're showing that all of the things that Ms. Binta and all of the other English teachers have been depositing and sharing and collaborating with you to help you understand is now going to provide you with the knowledge base to be able to do what you need to do to show that you're at the level that you should be at. So let's get ourselves ready for simile, hyperbole, and onomatopoeia, and think about all the ways that we can use it in our own writing. If you have any questions, you have this video, but as always, you can email me at fatima.b.calhoun@mcpsmd.net, and I'll be happy to answer your emails. Also, keep in mind, folks, that I do not respond to email after 4 p.m., and I start responding to email at 8 a.m. So please make sure that if you have emailed me after 4 p.m., that you modify your expectations and wait until the next morning, because that's when I'm going to respond to you. Let's get started with class today.